Steve here, and today we're going to be looking at some more Pokemon Mega Blocks, mainly Eevee.
Oh, Eevee! Oh, he's my favorite Pokemon! Oh, he's so cute!
Yep, I agree, Zombie Steve, and it's really cool because not only do we get an Eevee, which is this cute little guy right here,
Oh, little Eevee.
but now Mega Contrux is giving us a really cool playset called the Evolution of Eevee Playset. Oh, check it out! And in it, we get Mega Blocks versions of every single evolution of Eevee that you can get in every single Pokemon game made. Yes! If you look at the side of the package, boy, they're all here. Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, and ones I'm not really even familiar with, like Glaceon here. Ha! Must have been a later one that I don't know about. Perfect! And on the front of the package, well, it says that there's 9 different figures in all in this cool playset. Okay, so let's open this up here and see what's inside. And ooh, check it out. Look how they packaged this. Now that is spiffy. Over on this side, they divided up all the pieces by character. So we get Eevee over here, Espeon, Glaceon, Vaporeon, Jolteon. And on the other side, we get the other characters. Okay, but let's start at the beginning here. Because, well, if you don't have Eevee, well, you're not going to have any of these eons. Okay, so we get this little baggie inside, which contains all the parts for Eevee. So, all right, let's snip all these little characters out of here. Ooh, these things are going everywhere. And get out, oh, Eevee. And we have all the pieces for our little Pokemon character. Now, I guess we could sit here and use this instructions, but none of that. I'm gonna use myself some puppet magic here to put this little guy together. And oh, look at little Eevee. Oh, so cute and little. Yep, and that is one puppet-tastic looking Pokemon. I love those little ears and the little tail. Oh, so cute. And of course, as you know, they have released this Eevee in the past, but they made it slightly different. Just look at the different colors and hues of the plastic that they used with this one. Yeah, interesting. So it is different. And look at this. Even the little tuft around its neck is different because they used that little block right there. I think I like this even better than the one that they previously released. So good job, Mega Contrux, because Eevee looks better than the last. And if we put this Eevee next to our other Mega Contrux Pokemon, he fits right in with this great cast of characters.
Pikachu?
Eevee! Haha, Bulbasaur!
Okay, so let's go back to this box here, because we've got 8 different Eevees that we can evolve this guy into. And the one I always like to evolve Eevee into is good old Flareon, because I always like the fire aspect of that Pokemon. So let's see, let's open this one up here. And look at the little pieces. And once pouring all these pieces out, let's see here. Holy cow, looks like we get a lot more pieces than before. And I guess that's because Flareon's a lot more intricate. And look at this. We get a yellow tuft of hair. It's just like Eevee's right here, but only bigger. That's pretty cool. And let's see, the tail's different. Yeah, there's a face. Oh, I love it. But yeah, we've got a lot of parts, so I can't wait to see what this looks like all put together. And ba-bam, we have our Flareon figure. Oh man, this is one detailed looking figure that looks, you know what, a lot bigger than the Eevee figure. Almost twice in size too. Ah, not sure why they did that, but boy, this figure is huge. Look at the big ears, and I guess the hair goes up here. That's kind of cool. And just check out that tail. I know this thing is supposed to be big and on fire, but wow. Oh, they made that huge, and you had to put it together with all those different parts. So yep, it's going to take a while to put this one together in its final form. Now, even though this Flareon is a really cool character, I wish they just made him a little bit smaller so he could fit in with the other characters and not tower over them. Okay, so let's go back to the pool of characters here. And the next one I want to look at is old Jolteon, because this was another evolution that you could do in the very first Pokemon game. So this is an electric one. And just like before, this character gets all kinds of parts and pieces to put together. And holy cow, there are a lot. And it looks like this character's going to be the same size as the Flareon here. Oh man, I just blew up the pieces. Oh man, but we get, let's see, a white tuft of hair. And we also get this really cool jolty piece right here. So I can't wait to see what this looks like when it's all put together. Oh yeah, there we have good old Jolteon, looking jolty as ever. And this is one figure that looks great. I like the hair around his neck. We've got really cool ears and the tail. It's all spiky. Just like the one in the video game. Yep, this one looks perfect. Especially when you put it side by side with old Flareon. Cool. So yep, there they are in Mega Bloks form. But of course, as Pokemon fans know, our set isn't complete without pulling out old Vaporeon, because this is the last evolution you could do in the very first Pokemon game of the very cute Eevee figure. Let's see here. Empty these out, and wow, you know what? I'm glad I saved this for last because I just love the color that they used for this Vaporeon character here. Yep, that's a really cool shade of blue. We get some really cool things like this right here to put together. We now have our Vaporeon figure. And holy cow, you know what? I think so far this is one of my favorite ones because look how detailed this is. We got the cool tail, we got the spikies on the back, and these really cool gills in the front. That is detailed to the max. Especially if we put this evolution up against the other evolutions from the very first game. So there they are, all three of them, really cool. And of course they all came from this little Eevee here. Perfect, what an awesome looking set. Now of course the fun doesn't end there because, well, we get two more evolutions right here, which is Espeon and Umbreon from the next Pokemon game, which gave us two new evolutions of this Eevee character. Because I always like the dark mystique of this character. And there we go, we've got all kinds of really cool parts. None that really stand out right away, except for the face. But there are those trademark little circles all over the some of the pieces there, it looks like. And of course, once we put this character together, bam! We have our Umbreon. You know what? I really like this figure. It really stands out because it's really dark in color, and there's stripes and circles all over its body. Got the cool tail, and the ears, and the really cool red eyes. I think I'm really liking this evolution. And of course, if we want to complete the set from that video game, well, we're going to have to open up old Espeon here, who is lavender in color. So I can't wait to see what they did with this character. And here we have all the really cool lavender pieces that make up this character. And I'm curious how they're going to do the tails because she has two of them. But once putting this one together, blam, we finally have our Espeon. Cool. This is another neat looking character. We've got the cool face there with the dot in the middle. We've got the little whiskers on the side. These are kind of gummy. Let's see, we've got the two tails on the side. That's pretty cool. Yep, an all around interesting character, especially if we compare him to Umbreon. So yep, they are both evolutions from the same game. Boy, they look great together. Perfect. Now I'm just curious to know how they're going to do these other characters because, well, they're pretty detailed. So let's open up Glaceon next, because this one is pretty cool looking. So let's cut this open, and we'll get out our next evolution. And I'm thinking this will probably be a really interesting evolution to put together. So let's see, there's all the cool parts. We got the hairline right there. That's an interesting piece. And yep, this evolution of Glaceon looks straight out of the Arctic there. I love it. Complete with that long hair, those cool ears. Let's see, we've got a diamond on the back. That's cool. And we got this awesome tail, making this one a really cool evolution. But now let's change things up from icy and cold to grassy and green with good old Leafeon, the next evolution of Eevee. So let's grab this character out of here. And once pouring these pieces out onto the table here, oh man, I just like all the different colors. We've got some light greens and some light yellows. Yep, I know this is going to be a really awesome figure once we put this together. That's what I'm talking about. This is a really cool Pokemon. There's all kinds of really cool details on him. Look at this. We got the really cool hair and the ears, which are half yellow, half green. I like that. The tail's cool, nice and swivelly. And then we've got, this is different, leaves in between all the hinge joints on the legs. Neat. And of course, that leaves us with one last evolution way down here, the pink and white Sylveon. So let's see, let's open this one up. And ooh, we got some more hair hiding down here. Not one, but two pieces. So once getting this evolution out here front and center, well, it looks like we've got a lot of pieces ahead of us to put together. very intricate. So, once doing just that, and oh, isn't this a cute little Pokemon? Little Sylveon, looking cute as ever with the little bow ties in her hair and around her neck. Let's see, we got the cool ears on this one, and she's all pink and white. Just look at that tail. I think it's the smallest tail on any of these figures that we've done so far. But yep, there's old Sylveon. And what's putting her together with these two other evolutions? Yeah, we got ourselves a nice little family of Eevee evolutions from the next generation coming at us. But I, for one, can't wait to see what these Pokemon look like when we put them all together. So what's doing just that? Blam! We have ourselves one cool family of Eevee evolutions. And of course, if this isn't enough to hold over your fascination with Eevee evolutions, well, we've got one more item to show you, and that's these really cool Eevee Plushies coming out by Wicked Cool Toys, because they now have the Pokemon license to make this cool stuff. And first up is good old Vaporeon, and boy, this guy looks cute. We got the little gills up front, this little thing around her head. Let's see, we got these really cool spikies leading down her back with the tail attached to the foot. So yep, that's a really cool plush. And then next up is the good old Flareon, who I just love. That big old fiery tail on back. As far as plushies go, well, these two take the cake. I'm not sure if they make a Jolteon too, but I'll keep my eyes open. We'll show her next time if we end up finding one. Alright kids, well there it is, the really cool evolutions of Eevee set coming at ya. And like I said, if you want even more, well, they've got plushies too that look great. So yep, this episode has more Eevees than you could shake a stick at. Puppet-tastic.